Happy New Year's Eve. Can't even get the first sentence out. Now, we've got this new type of UFO activity, and it's really strange, all right? We haven't even got into 2026 yet, but take a look at this. So these bright lights are being seen all over the world, and it's almost like they're taking photos of certain places and certain people. It's really strange. They're just sitting there in the sky and flashing lights. And there's so many videos of this, and this is like a new thing. So we're going to go through it all today, starting with this one. And this was filmed only 5 days ago. And watch what happens. It's changing color and all sorts. What is going on? Unless aliens are doing Google Maps now, maybe the CIA have employed them as Google Map operators. Consider subscribing as well. You don't have to, but it would help me out. And I really hope you enjoy. Look, it's changing color.
No,
yeah, that light just went
se empezó a alumbrar así
blue.
Muy luminoso y están ahí estáticas. No, ya se va a alejar. Pero ni para que digas que no. No manches.
That is creepy.
Pero es que está estática, mira. Para que digan que no.
Really hard to make out. It's changing color again. Yeah, it's gone blue again. Man, who is filming this?
¿Ya viste, Carlos?
What is that?
Hay dos, hay una abajo y otra está ahí.
I don't know what to make of that one. I don't know if it was maybe a mountain in front of him with someone with just a massive flashlight, but it was changing color, and apparently the person said that it was here for 30 minutes and then disappeared. I don't know. Out of all the other videos I've watched, it's really hard to say what's real and fake anymore. But I've noticed so many other videos are being uploaded at this time, right at the end of 2025. Don't know, it is weird, but leave your comments down below. So we've got the same thing again. Look at this cloud. Has anyone seen a cloud like this before? Look at that. And it's almost as if a light is shining down. Now, it could be the moon, obviously. But you have to admit that this cloud looks weird. When is this a natural occurrence? I don't think anyone has seen anything like this. It just looks like something is inside of that cloud.
Well, there's something coming out of that. It's going down further? That's crazy. It's behind the trees now.
See, it's moving down.
I know, I'm trying to get it on. There you go. It's going down. I wonder what the hell. Damn, 5 in the morning. And it's dark outside, as y'all see. And this shit is in the sky.
Right, I don't know if you just noticed then, but the cloud almost changed colour to a lighter blue, just like we saw in the first video. And this was uploaded on December 22nd. So there's so much weird stuff happening. And why does this keep happening? Like, these weird things always happen to people that record like this. Quick, there's a UFO outside. Get a video. Don't worry. I'm going to get him. I wish it was one of us. But if you have anything that you want to say about these two clips, do let me know down below, because I'll be interested to read it.
This is the island of St. Bartholomew. And all of those purple little triangles are billionaires and their associated super yachts. This photo was taken today because all of these billionaires and their super yachts have decided to converge on St. Bartholomew Island for New Year's. You see, every year around New Year's Eve, the world's elite class, the billionaires and their pet celebrities and pet politicians, gather here, specifically at the Eden Rock Hotel, for a super yacht festival. For reference, this is where the Eden Rock Hotel is, if you're in the area. Also feels important to point out that this is where St. Bartholomew is, and this is Jeffrey's Island. And this year's guest list is stacked. We've got that evil bald man, Jeff Bezos, Miriam Adelson, that Israeli lady, or American lady, I don't know. Her allegiance kind of depends on the day. And then a bunch of other folks. Also, notably, Dr. Phil is there. I saw he was on the list this year as well. This next figure just drives me a little bit insane, so I have to tell you, but over the next few days, over 80% of all of the wealth on Earth will congregate on St. Bartholomew. Last year, 173 people attended the New Year's Eve celebration at the Eden Rock Hotel, which is located right there. And we are literally looking at most of all of the wealth on Earth right there.
Oh, they got our boy Dr. Phil. They got him. Think how much money is on that island. Like, what are they doing? What has made them get on their yachts and all go out into the middle of nowhere all at the same time? And why is it that the more money someone gets, the weirder they get? Well, not all billionaires. I expect there's some normal ones. But why is it that when you become super wealthy, you get involved in all these weird little clubs? I would rather just have my own island and just chill by myself on the beach. Have a couple of you guys over. You know, we could sit on the beach, drink cocktails and, you know, do some fishing, have a barbecue. That's what I'll be doing.
There is broken glass in my chicken. I was trimming this chicken that I got from Aldi, and look at this glass right here. Look at this glass over here. This is not ice. This is glass. It is hard, shattery glass. Aldi, please explain why there is glass in this chicken. Are you kidding me? Glass? Y'all, please be careful out here. I purchased this Kraft block cheese from Walmart today to make some homemade macaroni. As you can see, the more heat, the cheese will not melt. Whatever chemical this is, or whatever so-called chemical cheese base this is from Kraft, this is not no cheese. It turned like hard clay or plastic or whatever it's called. This is not cheese at all. I purchased that Kraft block cheese from Walmart. Y'all, please be careful out here. As you can see, the cheese just turned like little stones or little rocks or whatever. Y'all, please be careful. This is not cheese. This is Kraft purchase from Walmart. Block cheese. Y'all, please be careful out here.
Man, that woman that found the glass inside of the chicken had one heck of a lawsuit on her hands there. And think of the poor people that are probably eating that stuff. Does anyone think, like, there wouldn't be enough food to produce for the amount of humans on Earth? Like, think about it. There's like billions of people on Earth. There's no way they could feed us with that amount of food. Do you know what I mean? The amount they sell, like, I don't know, it's like 2 million burgers a day, 3 million burgers a day in the US on McDonald's burgers. There's not enough cows on planet Earth to supply that. You know, Christmas has come to an end, but we've all seen Home Alone, haven't we? We've all watched it 100 times every Christmas. We know every scene. It's a great film, all right? I always wondered what happened to the kid because he like disappeared from acting. And this video explained it, and I thought I'd add it into this episode because this explains where he disappeared to. So let's give it a watch.
I don't know, my father was very good at breaking people's spirits and holding them down. And he did that to all of us, including my mother.
Macaulay's father was a failed actor who forced his 7 children into acting from a very young age to fulfill his own dreams. And when Macaulay became the star, he became the center of his father's control.
I had no say. I've done 14 films, and I've never read one of the scripts, not one of them. And I had a basic idea of what it was about, but I wouldn't actually know what it was until I'd actually go to the premiere and see it.
Night after night, wherever they were filming, Macaulay's father would lock him in a hotel room to study his lines. Macaulay never went to regular school. One of his Home Alone castmates said he didn't even know how to catch a ball or play tag. His whole life was work. Before he was 10 years old, Macaulay was the breadwinner of his entire family and the most famous kid on Earth.
My brother and me slept on the couch. We didn't even have our own bedroom. I mean, I was making, forget about how much money I was making, but I was sleeping on the couch. And I think it was just a way of him wanting to break my spirit. He wanted me to know and my brother to know that he was in charge and that if he didn't want us to sleep on a bed, we weren't going to sleep on a bed.
But it wasn't just Macaulay who faced his father's anger. On every set, his dad made impossible demands. Cast members said they had to walk on eggshells around him to avoid his outbursts. Over time, this damaged Macaulay's career. One casting director even said, "People tell me Macaulay is too expensive and his father is too much."
I was going crazy by that point. I knew it was going to, if I just kept on doing it, I'd go nuts. So I remember I went up to my father and I asked him, I said, I think I need some time off. I'm really, really exhausted. And he said, yeah, sure, no problem. And the next thing I knew, I was on the next set, doing the next thing. And I mean, especially after that, I really turned myself off.
Man, poor kid. He had like his childhood stolen from him. And I think it was because his dad had unfulfilled dreams and saw his dream through his son. I'm glad he's doing all right now, though. Apparently he's back into acting, and he's got a family, and he's a father now. So fair play to him. But man, that sounds tough. Like child actors and stuff, think about it. They don't get a normal childhood. Like poor kid didn't even know how to play catch with his mates. Didn't go to school like most of us, didn't have, make the same mistakes that all of us make. It is sad, really, but I'm glad he's doing all right now.
He thought he was speaking to a regular customer, but when he realized who it really was, everything changed.
Who is he talking to? Dispatch to 329?
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Can I go with that, please?
Miss Abigail she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
Imagine that. Could you imagine if this happened to you? I would have just handed my notice in there and then. I would have been like, no, this is it. I'm out of here. Slam, I'm out. Take the radio off. And I'm so glad that I don't pay attention half the time. So even if there was a ghost stood next to me going,
Oi, Ben. Oi.
I'll just be like, hey, what's going on? I wouldn't even notice. Anyway, if you've ever had like a strange ghost story or ghost experience, write it down in the comments, because I'd love to hear it.
I'm going to show you something, and I want to know what you think. I can't be the only one that's noticed this. I can't be. But where are all the insects? Let me just show you this. Just hold on a minute. This is a buddleia, yeah? All the lovely flowers on it. These are butterflies and bees' favourites. I mean, normally there's bees and butterflies on these all the time. I haven't seen one this year. Not one. There's a few flies about, but nothing like there should be. Is it from them spraying chemicals in the atmosphere, changing the weather? I don't know.
When we get people that do this for a living, farmers, they're out in them fields every day for years. They know when something's wrong. This is their life. This is what pays their bills. So when we've got farmers complaining about things like this is concerning. When we've got farmers jumping in on conspiracies, because is it really a conspiracy though? I don't know. Leave your comments down below. I think he's on this. I agree with him. I think it's the stuff that they're probably spraying in the air, or the fact that we haven't been getting any sunlight whatsoever, especially here in England. I mean, that's a normal most of the time, but we just be getting so much less than normal.
The CIA says we can literally talk to each other with our mind.
Watch this.
If you weren't convinced that we live in a matrix, there are CIA documents that tell you how to contact people telepathically, heal parts of your body using your mind, and remember forgotten memories. And all of the instructions for these live in a document that was declassified in 2003 called the Gateway Intermediate Workbook. In the late 70s and early 80s, the CIA was interested in studying the psychic abilities of the mind. This document is wild. Look at this. To reduce pain signals, I'll move so you can pause this to read it if you want to. But what is this? Repeat the number 55515. There are diagrams instructing you how to exhale stale, used up energy out of your feet, how to perceive distant events and people, remote viewing. Again, I'll move so you can pause to read this if you want to. But the most interesting thing in all of this is that every single exercise starts with an affirmation. And the affirmation essentially states that we are more than our physical body, contrary to popular belief. Not only that, but the affirmation also asks non-physical entities for their protection. This document was part of the Gateway experiments. I put the link of that in my bio if you want to read the full document.
Yeah, wouldn't you all love to just go into the CIA document room and just go through all the top secret documents? I mean, I think it would be pretty terrifying. I really do. I think if we saw half the stuff that they studied and know about, we would be pretty shocked. But I think it's super dangerous, like what they're doing. Like astral projection. They're teaching kids now how to astral project. I saw TikToks about that. They're teaching kids how to astral project themselves. Like, why would you do that? It's dangerous, super dangerous, and people like who could astral project at at the click of a finger, they were hired by the CIA. and they would like give information on like prisoners of war and weapons that have been hidden and stuff like that. If we need to talk to anyone about anything, information or for guidance or for protection.
What happened to the man who invented a car that runs on water and then mysteriously died? Stanley Allen Mayer invented the car that runs on water. There he is right there. His car could travel 180 kilometers on 1 gallon of water, 4 liters of water. That's literally your average jug of milk. When people started seeing and hearing about his creation, that's when things started to get dark. I mean, with an invention like this, you could literally change the whole planet, But let's be honest, the government and the oil and gas industry would not like that because they make $2 trillion a year. Now, this is where Stanley's story took a turn. It was March 21st, 1998, and Stanley was at a restaurant with 2 other men and his brother. The waiter served Stanley some cranberry juice. Immediately after he took a sip, he started panicking and he couldn't breathe. He was holding his hands around his neck and he freaked out. He ran out into the parking lot, fell onto the ground, and said, "They poisoned me." Stanley died that day, and 3 months after his death, his case was closed and pronounced a natural cause of death. And 1 week after he died, someone stole his car that ran on water right out of his garage. I feel bad for Stanley. He finally came up with an invention to help the world, and it would solve so many problems and save people so much money. And then, someone just took him out because it wasn't in their convenience, and he had to die because of that. And he could have changed the world, and no one can find how he made his invention, and it's just lost and forgotten.
Man, I mean, if I was ever smart enough to invent this, I don't know who I would go to. I mean, if it was you, comment down below. If you invented a car that could run on water, who would you talk to about it? Because either way, they're going to find out. And they definitely don't want us having that, because then they would have a big problem. I mean, this guy was definitely assassinated. No shadow of a doubt. They really didn't want that invention going out into the world. But think of the good that they could have done. Leave me a comment, because I don't know. I wouldn't know how to deal with this. If you could invent a car that could run on water, how would you distribute it to the world? I'm actually interested to hear it, because I wouldn't know where to start. And you know what? Before you all go, I just want to say, as I always do this, you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. And I always say, before you go, and I know this is going to sound really weird, but sometimes I think, whilst I talk to you guys on this video, is we're all living at this exact moment at exactly the same time. We're all living it in the exact same time, all in different points of the world, but we're all living in the same exact moment. Do you know what I mean? And I really hope next year you do something. I'm talking to you, the person watching, that you do something that you want to do, or if you want to change something, anything that's on your mind that you want to do, make it happen next year. Make something big happen. But it doesn't, I'm not saying you have to go and accomplish and become a billionaire if something's not making you happy. If there's something about yourself you want to change, if there's something you want to overcome, if there's a challenge you wish to overcome, if there's an addiction you want to stop doing, if there's bad habits you want to stop doing, whatever it may be, it could be anything. We're all living different lives. I hope that you do it next year. I hope the 2026 is going to be the year for you. I know there's something in your mind that you want to do, and you know what I'm talking about. And that could be something that we're ashamed of. It could be something that we're happy about. There's something you might want to improve on, but we're all living different lives, and I hope this year will be your year, because this year for me was the year that I fully quit addiction, and I feel free from addiction for the first time. So this year was a big year for me. So if you're currently struggling with something, I hope this year will be your year. So I hope you have the strength, and I'll pray for you, all of you. Yeah, let's just try and take it day by day. All right, and I'll be here with you along the way. I'll still be doing these videos. So yeah, 2026, make the change. All right? And we all have bad habits. Let's try to be better next year. All of us, including me in this. Let's try to be better next year, eh? And I'll see you all next year. See you then.